Hello, I'm Hannah from CS department. I've come here to record my ninth experiment of my database lab, and it's about triggers. And triggers is one of the stored PLSQL programming as the procedures and the functions. And triggers basically throw up a trigger when the queries like select, update, and delete affect your database table. So my first question in my experiment is create a trigger to prevent the same card booked by the customer at the same date. So this is my spool file. So I've created a trigger. So similar procedure to create a trigger as we created a function and a procedure. So create or replace the trigger, trigger one. That's my name of my trigger. So before you have two types of triggers. One is before and one is after. I'm creating a trigger that is before my query. So before I'm inserting the query event, that is the triggering event. For each row is each and every row will be encountered by the trigger. So I'm giving for each row, and then I'm giving a condition where when a new booking is equals to the old date and a new cust ID is equals to the old cust ID. So it is already there. So we are giving output statement that the card is already there. So this trigger has been created. And the next one is raise the application error if the customer is not the member. So now I'm creating a trigger. I'm going to alter the same trigger. So I'm replacing the trigger and updating it. I'm updating the car booking table. That is for each row. I'm giving a same thing. We said the new ID should not be the same old ID. So I'm giving a condition where this one should not be equal to this one. So if it is like that way, you have to raise the application error called "You are not a member. Kindly get the access from the admin." So the trigger is being created. And the next question is create a trigger to delete the record in the card details table corresponding now a row has been removed from the price table. So I have to delete it. So I'm creating a trigger that is after once I delete the data from my card details, that is for each row. I'm telling delete from the price details where my car ID is equal to the whole car ID. So I'll have my output as entry deleted. So once after my delete command has been affecting the database, my trigger will come and it will give you a statement called entry is being deleted. So the next one is create a trigger that will inform you to update the price at the last day of the month. So the last day of the month I have to update it. So this is my price details table. So I'm actually updating the table for each row where if the system date is equal to the last date of the system date, then I'm going to update the price table. So my trigger has been created. And then I'm telling create a trigger that will display the number of booking when the new bookings are added. So when the new bookings are added, I have to create a trigger for it. So create a row replace trigger, that is a new name for the trigger. After once I insert on card booking for each row, I want you to declare a number where I have to count the number of car bookings from my car booking table, and my output will be the number of booking that I have done. So the trigger has been created for it. And next is disable the above created trigger. So my above created trigger is this. So if I give a command called alter trigger name disable, the trigger will be altered and it will be disabled. And then I'm giving drop the last created trigger. So to drop it, drop trigger and trigger name. So the trigger will be dropped. And the final one is display the count of each card has been booked. So this is similar to the counting the number of booking that we have done. So this is the same thing for that too. So that's all about the triggers. Thank you so much for watching my video.